Stage ours.
I guess. Just a big thank you for what you do. Rail workers are absolutely essential, and the deal went through. It isn't perfect, doesn't have everything everybody wants, but has that well-deserved pay raise, and I think is launching a bigger conversation that we need to have as a country about the pressure on workers in transportation or beyond. And as you know, we believe that every worker, railroad worker, fast food worker, any worker ought to have paid leave. We're going to stay on that for as long as we have these roles up.
Figures out that we're not Americans, brilliant, and to be, come from where we come from. We weren't a very punk band, but to have the red carpet rolled out for you in the White House sounds, a little bit mad for a band like us, but in a certain sense, our band's about any single word, it's freedom, and that house, that place, that's where freedom lives, and especially in this time, you never thought freedom would be under such threat. So, and he's very kind, he has sort of kindness as a strength. Who'd have thought that kindness was a revolutionary idea either, but this president has kindness as just a feature and a strength, and something very old school about him. Old school pugilist, if he hit you, wouldn't know. He'd hit you, such a gentleman, but great strength.
Oh, you got a whole lot of people. It started with my family. My mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, everybody. We go to church, we do that, and it gets into your system as far as your spirit is concerned. Before you know it, said, I want to sing, that kind of thing. So that's how we go about doing it.
Cheadle here, and Matt Damon's here, and Julie's here. I've worked for your friends and 30 years. Well, it's kind of beautiful. It's it's celebrating the arts, which I do love. It's also sharing it with, I normally, Amy Grant and Tanya Leone and I wouldn't be in sort of the same categories and things. So it's really special that we all get to kind of cross-pollinate and learn and hear about other people's lives. It's beautiful.
Rank them. Oscars, Kennedy Center Award. Which one? Which one is way more important?
Who's your favorite child? Listen, you can't rank them, but it's a pretty cool thing. Well, I have to be careful because, my children. I can't let my children see Batman. I want my children to respect me. You know what I'm saying? I want some to. So I have to be careful what I choose now, right?
They love Batman.
They do they like the concept. I said to my son, I played Batman. He's like, yeah, but not anymore. That's right.
Never thought we'd be here with George in this way. It's a great time. I think that's something that you look back on at the end, and you'll figure out if you achieve longevity. I think it could. It's a very mercurial business, and you don't retire from it; it retires you. So, as long as the people want to see you, you get to be around.
As are all of them. He's very worthy and very committed.
Representation as a Latina. Yeah. I talk about representation as a human being, you see, because I consider Latin America part of this globe. It's like all the continents. And the thing is that whatever we have contributed, specifically there's a lot of talk about the rhythms and the music of Latin America. And you have to understand that it is, in a way, a synchronism of all of the different people that have gone through the region. So otherwise this music would not exist. And that's what I feel about the entire world. That's why I'm a musician.
Your other honorees, did you just
well,
text each
I'm
other?
familiar with all of them because well, the Pulitzer Prize was another incredible. Well, listen, since I arrived, I have been receiving all of these incredible surprises in my life. I call it surprises. It's like becoming a founding member of the dance theater, for example, or having a teacher such as, Leonard Bernstein, for example. It has been really, really one after the other until this day. And I consider myself blessed.
Well, I think the message of you are loved, love needs to be heard by everybody. And I think I try to find musical formats that make people feel comfortable listening maybe to a message that's unfamiliar. And so I'm so honored that the Kennedy Center is honoring the work I've done. Well, it's interesting. In some ways, in our culture these days, faith is very dividing, and that's unfortunate to me when it's politicized. To me, faith should be the most welcoming table of all. It should be, come on, we're all rascals, and everybody's got a seat at the table. Everybody needs to be loved.
Or I could just take a photo of you.